Let's talk about online search, because right now it is going through a massive shift. And it's happening so fast that honestly, all the old rules, they just don't apply anymore. If you create any kind of content for the web, getting a handle on this change isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential for your survival. So, I want you to think about all the content you've worked so hard to create. With this huge shift that's happening, are you really sure that people are going to be able to find it in the future? Because let's be real, if you're still playing by the old SEO rules, there's a very real chance it's just slowly fading into the background. The stakes have never been higher. And here's why. It all comes down to a fundamental change in how we, as users, actually search for things. We're not just scrolling through 10 blue links on a page anymore, are we? Nope. We're asking complex questions to AI systems, and we're getting instant, summarized answers. Now, for anyone who creates content, this changes, well, it changes everything.
So, this brings us right into the new age of search. And to succeed here, we first have to really understand how this new AI-powered world actually operates. And believe me, this isn't just some minor update. It's a completely new game. Let's just break down the core difference here. Traditional search, it was a game of keywords and backlinks, right? The whole goal was to get your page to the top of the list. AI search, it works on a totally different level. It is not about ranking pages, it's about generating answers. And it does this by focusing on context and the relationships between different concepts, what we're going to call entities.
Okay, so here is the single most important takeaway. For your content to even have a prayer of being used by these AI systems, it has to be crystal clear. The new challenge isn't just writing for people. It's structuring your information so that an AI can scan it and instantly pull out the key points.
So, how do we actually do that? Well, it all starts with the very first step in our new playbook, structuring everything for total clarity. We need to start thinking less about what sounds poetic to a human reader and more about what is perfectly, logically organized for an AI to understand.
And this means getting back to basics, but, with an AI audience in mind. Think of it this way. Clear headings are like signposts for the AI. Short, focused paragraphs deliver just one idea at a time. And bullet points, they break down complex stuff into these neat, digestible chunks. Each one of these things makes it way easier for an AI to scan your page and just go, yep, I get it, I know what this is about. This stuff isn't just good practice anymore, it's a technical requirement. All right, so once your structure is nice and clear, we can move up to the next layer. And step 2 is all about optimizing with entities. This is where we really truly leave behind that old world of just stuffing keywords into our content.
So, what in the world is an entity? It sounds complicated, but it's not. Just think of it as any well-defined concept. It could be a person, a place, a company, a technology, anything that has a distinct meaning and can be connected to other concepts. This is literally how AI builds its understanding of the world.
For example, if you're writing about AI SEO, it isn't just about repeating that phrase over and over. It's about building this web of related ideas. You need to naturally connect it to other entities, like large language models, semantic search, and knowledge graphs. When you link these ideas together in your writing, you're painting a much richer, smarter picture for the AI, and you're proving you actually understand a topic in depth.
And this whole idea of connecting concepts flows perfectly into our third step, answering questions directly. I mean, think about it. The main job of these AI models is to provide answers. So the most logical way to optimize for them is to structure our content to do the exact same thing. We need to mirror how they work. So every single piece of content you create should start by tackling the most basic questions your audience has. Your article needs to have a clear, straight-to-the-point section that just directly answers the "what is this thing?" question right up front. Then you can go a level deeper. You got to address the how and the why. By answering a question like this, you're providing the exact kind of explanatory content that an AI is looking for when it's putting together its own answers.
And finally, you have to hit the why. Why does this even matter? Answering this question establishes the context and signals your authority. Really, you want to think about every article like it's a mini FAQ that an AI can use as its own personal cheat sheet.
Okay, on to step 4. Now, having one amazing article, that's great, but it's just not enough to prove you're a real expert anymore. To truly stand out in this new world, you have to show you have comprehensive knowledge, and you do that by building topical depth.
This means you need to create what's called a knowledge network. Don't just write one article on AI SEO. You need to create a whole cluster of content covering the basics, different strategies, and even more advanced stuff. And then, this is the most important part, you have to link all of those pieces together. That creates a web of information that basically screams to an AI that you are a genuine authority on this subject. And this leads us to our fifth and final step. And it's really the one that ties everything else together: credibility. At the end of the day, all of these tactics are about building trust. But now it's not just about building trust with your human audience, you have to build trust with the AI models themselves.
So, how do you earn an AI's trust? Well, it looks for some really clear signals. Publishing consistently about a single topic, showing clear author expertise, providing sharp and clear definitions, and, yep, that strong internal linking we just talked about. In this new world, authority isn't something you can just claim. It's something you have to prove, over and over, with everything you create.
So, as we start to wrap this up, it's so important to kind of reframe our thinking. The game is no longer about hitting that #1 spot on a results page. The new grand prize is to become a trusted, citable source that AI models actually rely on to generate their answers.
So let's put it all together one last time. This is the new playbook. Number 1, focus on clear structure. 2, use entity-based optimization, not just keywords. 3, answer questions directly. 4, build out that topical depth. And finally, number 5, work constantly to strengthen those credibility signals. This right here is your roadmap for staying visible in the age of AI.
I want to leave you with this final thought, because it really says it all. In this new era, the ultimate validation isn't just about being seen, it's about being cited. Becoming a foundational source for an AI's answer, that's the new